G'day and welcome back to another episode of Destiny for Dummies, the show primarily about Destiny 2 with a distinct Australian twist. My name is Slammer and I thought today we'd take a quick gander at how to score some top-notch mods and armour to take you into the future. And these will be coming out of the Last Wish and Scourge of the Past raids. Now I have seen some other video titles on this, but since I'd already captured the footage, I said I haven't watched theirs, to protect my creative artistry, but I might just have a trick or two up my sleeve for you, so keep watching if you dare. Now first of all, we should start by noting, if you haven't heard already, there is several locations and activities going walkabout at the end of the season. We'll get into this a bit more in another video in the future, but for now, let's just say it includes some of the raids and dungeons, and this goes up to entire flaming planets. On a side note, I don't have any proof, so don't hold me to it, but my personal theory is that the Leviathan is about to go Moby Dick on our asses and eat said planets. After all, it hasn't eaten any planets in a while and does look hungry enough to eat the ass out of not one, not two, but 3 dead camels. Anyways, the point is, there won't be a Scourge of the Past raid anymore, so we need to get in there now. And it's not for the armour, it's okay and all, but really it's for the mods. And you can only get them from the secret Sparrow Race chest, unless you're a rock-eating gopher and tunnel down from the EDZ. What do you even care about these mods, you might ask? Well, because they're great. So there. Check these bad boys out. Of course, you do always have your obligatory shit ones first. Like several of these sets, there's always a couple of weeds to make the roses look shit hot. First, you've got Fallen Invigoration, where killing a yellow bar recharges your class ability, and Fallen Repurposing, which recharges your grenade on Fallen shield breaks. These go right up to the Ducks Nuts mods, being Fallen Barrier, which makes you take 20% less damage from Fallen after being damaged by Fallen, and one of my personal favourites, Fallen Armaments, which gives you heavy on Fallen kills with your grenades. Fuck, that's a lot of Fallen. Anyways, let's face it, who doesn't want more heavy? Now for those who are short on time but fortunate enough to have a good clan, you can simply roll on in, complete the first encounter in the usual way, spend half an hour in the tunnels underneath trying to get to the Sparrow Racing part while simultaneously reliving your childhood fears of running into it in dark drain tunnels. Once you've got to the Sparrow Race though, you can simply nominate several players to switch out characters and then come back, so on completion of the Sparrow Race you can simply switch to your second and third characters and be ready to go at that checkpoint. You can do this same trick for most locations in the various raids and dungeons if you're short on time, or just bloody lazy like me. Once you've got the checkpoints all set up, from there you just invite High Voltage and Brockles from Clan Velocity to do the Sparrow Race for you and unlock the chest. Too easy, Camp Easy. Alright, so not everyone has mates that pretty much do have a 100% completion ratio for that part of the raid, but trust me, it just means you've got to do the same thing via an LFG team or a group of mates or whatever you can. If you do it on LFG though, please don't be one of those tools that just does that bit and then leaves, okay? It's fucking rude. There is plenty of people who are trying to get the mods or the Sparrow, so just put that in your description, do your own LFG, and the world will become a better place for everyone. Now, on completion, maybe you get a mod, maybe you won't, but this is all you can do each week on each character to get those Fallen mods. Obviously, you can also get armour as well as the Sparrow, of course. There's also some weapons, but really that's not what we're here for. So, Bungie, cough them up. As you saw before, I still only have 3 out of the 4 and I've been doing this for weeks now. So either they are very rare or I'm probably just getting shafted. Yep, I think you're right. This is me. Now, it just so happens that the Last Wish raid also has similar mods, except these ones are for the Taken. Again, you have the obligatory Taken Invigoration and Repurposing, as well as the awesome Taken Barrier and Taken Armaments. The Last Wish set also has this absolute gem, Taken Spec, which is actually a weapon mod, but if you're fighting Taken, it's a bloody beauty, mate, and is actually a higher percentage than using minor or major spec. Now, like the Fallen, Taken are going to be around for a while, so there's plenty of reasons to still try and get these. The one catch is that you need the armour to hold them due to Bungie's continued reluctance to just allow us to mod slot any mods into any armour. I get it, I really do, but it's still frustrating as hell, and I honestly think I spend nearly as much time sorting out my shit than actually playing the game. Back on topic though, it just so happens that the Last Wish raid armour is able to slot both the Fallen mods and the Taken ones. Bungie have also confirmed the Last Wish raid loot, including the armour, will be getting a higher power level cap than the other loot from the same period, meaning that get to that encounter. But if you don't have any friends or they're busy, just watch how I shoot the wishing wall, which will vastly reduce time waiting for the pictures to change from frame to frame, thus overall greatly reducing your time wasted. Ultimately though, I can honestly say that the Last Wish raid is absolutely an incredible experience, and if you haven't done it before, yeah, sure, use this trick, but you should definitely get in there and do it a few times for the fun factor alone. And besides, the only 3 teams that have ever beaten Riven may not be playing forever, so won't be here to show you one day how to do it. And that final encounter with Riven legitimately is probably the single best raid experience Bungie has ever developed. Just don't make any comments below about getting the 1k voices on your first run. Talk to me about it after you've opened 80 plus chests with nothing but a bid fuck you for your time, and you'll understand why after I finally got that damn thing I've never run the raid again. Similarly, the Scourge of the Past raid is actually a really fun and reasonably short raid. I know I highly recommend get in there, do the full raid a few times, not to mention that the Anarchy raid weapon from killing the final boss is a very unique and highly sought after prize, especially for those who also enjoy solo challenges. It just really doesn't get much better than this weapon. Well, that's enough from me raving on about this shit. I hope you've either learnt something new, found an easier way to get something, or at least had a bit of a laugh, even if it was at my expense. Don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know just how many times it did take you to get the 1k or the Anarchy. Although you're going to be hard pressed to beat. The best one I heard so far was Nickmo from our clan, Velocity, at 131 clears to get Anarchy. That poor bastard. Nick, mate, I love you, and kudos for not giving up. Finally, it would also be appreciated if you enjoyed the content if you could smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I don't really know what that does, but everyone else says it, so it can only be a good thing. And on that note, grab your string and your tin cans. I'll see you next time as we head back down under.